Yeah, trade intuition, flipping charts, mad precision. We on the grind, no sleep, endless mission. Crypto waves, no tide, just decisions. Ride or die with the block's ambition. Let's make this money, profits rain like monsoon. Bull up bear, we adapt, typhoon. While it's packed, no room, full bloom. Path to riches, straight shot, no detour too soon. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Rise, fall, rise again, never fake it. Cold wallets, private keys, gotta break it. Crypto life on the edge, let's shake it. Trade intuition, candlestick intuition. Charts wilder than Wild West ambition. We got the drive, mad clicks, no permission. Ready for the moon, orbit's our mission. Let's make this money, stacking sats, no fiat. Eyes on the prize, mad gains, where's the hat? Diamond hands, no flinch, iron combat. Full speed to the peak, no fall back. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Rise, fall, rise again.
That's right, guys. Trading is only as difficult as you make it. Now let's just make it a little bit easier with the market update. Here we go in 3, 2, and 1. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time is your time. It's always time to make this money. So let's do it, guys. Let's make this money. Before we do so, before we get to the crypto bubbles, just want to let you know that my buddy from on Piper Academy, this is Lunar Beaches Crypto. He gives a lot of alpha Sunday through Thursday, and his show starts at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And again, it's on Piper Academy. Great network. I'm actually part of their network. I have a show on Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and it's on their channel, Piper Academy. Then, of course, we got my buddy over here, Road Dog Crypto. Road Dog is another one. Great guy. He shows up, I believe, around like 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And they're really great guys as well. So definitely check those two out. They're very, very, very talented. All right. So let me go ahead and take these off, just because my system, for whatever reason, starts going crazy when I have a bunch of YouTube stuff open, which I don't know why. I didn't used to do that before. But here we go. On the daily time frame, on the daily, this is the crypto bubbles. Not looking too great. I mean, Virtuals is down, Jupiter's down, Ray's down, nothing too crazy. On the hourly, red. So this is telling me more than likely Bitcoin is coming down. So let us look at Bitcoin. Oh, that's not Bitcoin. This is Bitcoin. So let me go ahead and adjust this screen really fast. And there we go. Now, of course, I do have a poll, and the poll for the group, for the YouTube channel, it says, do you use the MACD lines to help with your entries and your exits? Now, somebody asked, I believe it was on Piper Academy, the Piper Academy network with Lunar Beaches. It's the MAD show, Markets After Dark. And they were showing some stuff on the weekly time frame. And we're going to go over that in just a moment. See if we get more people coming in. And we're going to cover the MACD lines when it comes to entries and also exits. So that's coming up. But first, let us look at, let's look at Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin doing? Bitcoin, we did this earlier today. And on Saturdays and Sundays, I go live at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Thursday at 12 p.m. And then, of course, make sure to have your notification bell on, because 3 to maybe 5 times a week, I'll be going live at 12 a.m. And that's the time right now, Eastern Standard Time. Bitcoin on the 4-hour chart, we kind of drew out all these boxes, and I'll explain those in just a moment. This doesn't look strong. It looks very, very weak. As a matter of fact, we're actually breaking this level as well. Here we do have our highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower. So for me, I'm not bullish until we break these highs and start breaking the high creating higher highs and higher lows. When we were looking at it here, price action, this is on the 4-hour time frame. You can verify it by this, also this, and here. When we were looking at this earlier, we were saying that this needed to break and also get a bullish retest or a support bounce. There's so many words that mean the same thing. Price came up, broke through it, very nice, then created a wick, came back down, trying to fight, getting rejected, and then it said, you know what? I'm tired. I'm just gonna go home. And then it just went down and started going down further and further and further. Now this line, this is a diagonal line or a trend line, and this line is actually from way over here from the previous all-time highs. Now we went ahead and shaded these in, that way we can have like a liquidity zone or selling pressure or possible reversal. There's so many different words for the same thing, it's kind of funny. But we also have this line from here to here that gives us another area of support resistance. And then the much thicker line, this is from our 2017 to 2021. We use one with only the candle body closes, and then one with only the wicks, which creates this zone, resistance zone, whatever you want to call it. All right. So looking at the daily time frame, kind of zooming out, we're zooming out, and we can see that this area is our liquidity zone or selling pressure. This right here is our support zone or area of a possible bounce. Now, this question was asked to me earlier. How do you know like where to do these bounce zones? Well, what I do is I just look at the candle body closes. Where do the candle bodies close? Where are the wicks closing? Here, the wick came all the way down to here, and then this wick is all the way down to here. So for this first bounce zone, which does fall into this support zone, it is between 94 and also 91.5. Hey, we got CJ is now my favorite. CJ, you are now my favorite. Thank you so much for being a subscriber to the YouTube channel. Greatly appreciate you. Welcome to the TI family, the Trade Intuition family. You are now my favorite. So thank you so much, man, for doing that. Next, we have the bounce zone 2. This is what we want. We don't want to come in any lower than this bounce zone 1. Bounce zone 2, very, very likely, and these percentages I just get out of thin air. I'm gonna say 85% chance that if we come into this zone, more than likely, we're gonna create another lower high, getting a bearish retest, possibly off of this trend line, and then coming down. And it's gonna continue this downtrend. High, lower high, lower high, lower high. Now, if we enter this, now this is from this wick here and the candle body close, which also coincides with this wick as well. This is our get ready to short. Could you short right now? Yes, of course. I'm gonna get you the chat in just a moment, guys. We could short right now. However, it's very high risk because there's a chance that we may go up from here or bounce here and go up. Like, nobody knows what's going to happen. So the way I trade is level by level. That's how I trade, level by level. And if we do break this level, start coming down, we're going to start shorting. Now, the market makers, no, everybody's looking at this, everybody. So everybody's going to be going short. Now, granted, with us and my group, we are not going to be entering 5, 10, 20 charts or coins. We're not going to do that. We're going to enter 2, maybe 3, and concentrate on those. That way it's very easy to update, moving our stops in profit, shaving some off the top, taking some profits on the way down. That's what we're going to be doing. Now, I also created some more zones here, and I went into different time frames. The time frames it doesn't really matter as far as the time frames go. Just know that we have, but most of it's done on the daily. We have these candle body closes and this candle body close / wick. So this creates our very large zone. Then inside this zone, we have this wick and this wick, which gives us this zone. Then we have on a smaller time frame, I believe it's a 4-hour, just double check. On the 4-hour time frame, We went up and then we kind of stopped here, kind of stalled out a little bit, and then continued up. So this is our area of possible bounce. Now it can bounce anywhere it wants. And my fear that I see that the market makers might do, once they know that everybody's shorting, everybody's going crazy with the shorts, that they will slingshot it back up, kind of like this, where it's going to come down. Well, matter of fact, let's just go and draw this out. So we're going to use the bars pattern. Whenever I click on any of my favorites on the upper left-hand corner, you'll see it turn blue, and this is where you can find it. I get that question asked quite a bit, so that's your answer. It could do something like this. And let's go all the way over here. This is what it could do. Right there. Where it comes down, breaks through our zone here, breaks through this one, bounces here, starts tricking everybody. Oh, it's going to go up. It's going to go up. And then we get a bearish retest, starts coming down, breaks this level, closes, everybody starts shorting, and boom, up. Everybody gets liquidated. So be very careful, guys. Be very careful with this short. This possibly could be the moment that everything goes to poop. I mean, it just starts going down. Thank you guys for smashing the like. You guys are the best. Let's catch up on the chat, and then we're going to answer the question in reference to the MACD lines. I've seen a few people talk about the MACD lines on the weekly time frame for Bitcoin. We're going to do the same, but I'm going to give you a different spin than what everybody's talking about. And stay tuned for that. So hopefully we get more people in. If not, then that's fine. They can always watch the replay. Now, if you are watching the replay, put hashtag replay in the chat. If you're watching this live, put a +1. Put a +1. So we have R.S. Miller in the house. Thank you so much, man, for being here. Thank you very much. We have a CJ in the house. Bitcoin going down. Yeah, it's looking weak, man. I've been saying this for a long time. It's looking weak. We need to break this line. Now here, it did trick me. I'm not gonna lie. It tricked me. I love trading this on the 1 hour. And where did it trick me at? I think it tricked me here. Yes, it tricked me here. So let's just kind of zoom in. And this is the level I was looking at. Magnet tool always has to be on. Price, again, lower highs. We need to break the high. It broke the high. We need a retest. It did a retest. What? Awesome. Could this be the start? We need to break this high. It broke this high. Get out of here. Okay. So now we need a bounce again. Oh, man. Now we did a lower low. Crap. We were so close. And then now we need to break this high. We need to break this high. Same high. It broke the high. Awesome. Coming up. Okay, we need to break this high now. It's coming back. That's fine. The retrace is healthy. This is a very small retrace. It came up. Very small retrace. So I'm expecting it to bounce here. What happens? It bounces. Ooh, man, I'm happy. I am happy. It's bouncing. Let's go. Now I want to see it come up, get rejected here, come down about halfway, break through this level, get stuck here, come down about halfway, and then break this level. This is what I'm looking for. Nope. Comes up, gets stopped here. Nice. Kind of what I'm expecting. And then it tries it again, even better. Then it pulls back just a little bit. I would like to see it pull back a little bit more, but that's fine. Breaks this level, great. Breaks this level, amazing. Comes up, breaks this level. Here we go. Let's get a retest right here. Let's get our retest. It breaks just below where I'm thinking. Now we need to come up here. At least show strength, but it gets rejected. It's rejected. Then it starts doing this. Whenever I see this, and I believe when I was on Piper Academy Network, when Lunar Beaches was on, he was the host of the show. I was a guest, and he says, Joe, when you see this, a high, a lower high, but you see that the lows are getting higher, doesn't that show you strength? I said, no. As a matter of fact, that shows me weakness. For the simple reason, that it came down, it came up, it came down. So it's showing strength, but it didn't fulfill the strength. In order for it to be strong, it needs to break this level. So now it's showing weakness. Then it's showing strength because it's making a higher low. But notice the legs. These are called extension legs. They're going from nice big moves to little move. Nice big move. Nice big move. Okay move. Smaller, 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 smaller. It's losing strength. This to me shows weakness, and I expect it to come down. Now, could it go up? Sure. Your Bollinger Bands will do something like this. Do something like that. Those are your Bollinger Bands. They're getting real nice and tight. They don't tell you which way it's going to go. It just says it's getting nice and tight. But do I need the Bollinger Bands to tell me that there's very little on the extension legs? No, I can see it. I got my eyeballs. I can see it. Then it comes down. Again. Comes down here. This is very boring. This action right here is very boring to me. There's no ups and downs. There's none of this up and down. It's just a block. Then we have this next block. This also shows me weakness. It could go up, but this shows me weakness. And sure enough, it came down. Could I have said, it's going to go up? Sure, I could, but to me, it looks weak. Now, what I do, the way I trade, is I look at the momentum. I look at the price action. Oh, forgot. And here's indicators. Notice I rarely talk about indicators. This is what I use. Now, we are going to talk about the MACD lines. So this is very important, and we're just almost there. We're almost done with Bitcoin. Coming down here. Now, this is our trend line from our previous bull runs. Coming down here, bounce, came up. Coming down here again, bouncing, good. So is this showing strength? It's showing a little bit of strength. But now what I need is I'm going to leave this level because I really like this level because it got a lot of support here. What I needed to do is I need to break this level. Again, level by level. That's all we do, level by level. We don't want it to break this. Let's move this down to here. And let's hold down shift so it's nice and straight. We want the lowest for it to come is this, to bounce. If it breaks this level, I have a feeling, an intuition, that it might come down to here and just come down. It won't even bounce. It won't even try. This is what I think. I don't know. This is what I'm thinking, on my intuition. I could be completely wrong. There have been several times where I've been wrong, but then there have been several times that I've been right. All right. So now, let's come over here. Let's delete our brush strokes. Okay, we did that. Now what I'm gonna do is so we actually erased over 100 drawings earlier today on my show. Now, we started fresh. And this is what I like doing. I love doing this. Starting fresh, that way we don't have a bias on what we're looking at. Let's go to the weekly time frame. Let's only have the MACD. So the volume I'm gonna get rid of, the RSI I'm gonna get rid of, and we're only looking at this. Now we're also gonna hide our histogram. We're only looking at the MACD, which is the blue, and the signal line, which is the orange. And I'm gonna show you what it means here. Oh, let me make these a little thicker over here. So they're nice and thick so we can see them really, really easy. Okay. All right. So this is, let me get to the chat really quick and then we're gonna get to this. See, we got Jay Violet in the house. Thank you, Jay Violet, for being here. See, Artist Miller says, no, you are all following me. I was first. He was. I vouch for that. I concur. See here. John says, well, to be F, I don't know what that means. You did tell us. So, yes, I did. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Artist Miller. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate you. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing live streams at 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So right after Lunar Beach finishes with his stream, more than likely I'm going to be on already. So whenever he finishes, if he goes, 12:10, 12:30, whatever it is, come over here and we can get some more information for you. Same thing with people that are watching Road Dog. Once he finishes his, sometimes he finishes his right at 12, sometimes 11:30, sometimes 1. But whenever y'all finish watching his, come over here. Hopefully I'm still on. Let's see here. Yeah, it's a huge family. And man, I really love the fact that y'all do this. Like, you support us all. You guys are the best. See here. Yes, hit the like, guys. Hit the like. Smash the like. Lunar Beaches Crypto, awesome. So we're going to cover this. Hopefully you're still here, because this is something that I strongly encourage everybody to know. And this is a different twist. It's not saying that mine is right or mine is wrong or anything like that. It's just a different twist. So let's go to this. Let's see here. Dang, I missed my Bitcoin entry loan. I know you did. See here. Hey, we got Matt Young, dude. This dude's famous. I'm just saying. Matt Young, appreciate you, man, for being here. Man. Now I'm gonna be all nervous. No, let's see here. We have Caffeinated Crypto in the house. Thank you, man, for being here. All right. So Lunar Beaches Crypto says, I was today years old when I learned you could hold down shift to keep the trend line level. Yep. Wow. 4 years of trading view and never figured that out. This is why you watch other traders. Very true. And this is why I say everything that I'm doing. It's the whole thought process. And it could be something, and Road Dog loves watching me because same thing, like with Trading View, like I show him like different things. So it's pretty cool. All right. Let's see here. I just learned about the MACD and have been trying to use it. Very nice, Kelly. Very nice. All right. So the MACD is a little better than the RSI. It's slightly less laggy. Okay. All right. So let's go ahead and break this down. Right now, we are on the weekly time frame. On the weekly time frame, there have been a lot of people out there saying that when we cross the blue crosses the orange, this is your sell signal. So let's go ahead and do Alt V, and this is our vertical line. It's a shortcut. And then this would be our buy, but we're just looking at sells because right now everybody's saying that it could come down. And Alt V, and I don't disagree with them. I do not. Matter of fact, it's very bearish. But I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something. So what I'm doing is I'm looking everywhere where it crosses. Alt V. This one crossed too. Then there's an up. Then this one's a down. Okay. We're not going to go too far back, but we need to back test this. And one thing that a lot of people love doing is they love back testing and showing indicators that already show what happened. This is my whole point with indicators. This is your price action. This is the driver. The indicators are like in a little, so picture this. I'm always with analogies, stories. This is the tow truck. The driver who's in front, the tow truck, is the price action. The car that it's towing is any indicator. So when the tow truck goes this way, guess what the car's going to do? It's going to go this way. When the tow truck goes this way, it's going to go this way. The car that's being towed, or indicator, is always following the tow truck. The indicator will never say what the price is doing. This is always saying what the price already did, past tense. Keep that in mind. All right. So here's another one, a great one. All right. So this is going to be all of them. No more. All right. So the theory is, and I've back tested all this stuff, guys, hundreds, if not thousands of hours. Now, granted, don't take my word for it. Verify. Here we go. This is a twist. This is a twist on what everybody teaches. Again, I teach in the moment of the trade, not after the fact. It's really easy to look at this. You want to sell here, 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 you want to sell. Look at all this. It just comes down, 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 down. Right? That's what everybody says. Okay. Well, let's look at this. So let's go ahead and put this here. Now, as I mentioned earlier, this is the tow truck. This is the car. When the price comes down, it's making this come down. Here's our sell signal. And we sell. And it works. Okay. Price keeps on coming down. Nice. Here's another sell signal. And the price is coming down, causing the blue line to come down. And guess what? Here's a sell signal. And it comes down. Nice work. Okay. Same thing here. We're almost done. Y'all are doing great. Y'all are doing great. Comes all the way up. And then the price starts coming down, resulting in this lagging indicator to follow what the price is doing, what the tow truck is doing. It starts coming down. Hey, it did great. Absolutely great. Same thing here. Price came down. This started coming down. Perfect. Same thing here. Joe, what's your argument? It doesn't make any sense. You're actually proving what everybody teaches. Am I? Price came down a little bit. It crossed it. Really didn't do anything. Then price came down again. Crossed it again. Now, I want you to notice something. This is higher than this. However, this right here is here, and then this right here is about the same level. If you look at it, really close. And actually this is, so there's actually divergence here. But anyway, we're not talking about that. So here it comes down, and this comes down. Then here it comes down, and then it comes down. Got it. Same thing here. Came down. Here it came down a little bit. So the price came down a little bit. And look how deep this fell. This is a really hard retracement. You would think, looking at this would come all the way down here. But it barely came down here. So I'm getting to my point. Here, we have another cross. Now, let's just imagine that the price goes up. What is this blue line going to do? Put that in the chat. Do you think this blue line is going to go up or down? Put that in the chat while I'm getting some water. I want to see the chat going crazy. Because the price action is going up, what is this blue line going to do? Is it going to go up, or is it going to continue down? Remember, this is the tow truck. And I'm not trying to be condescending. I'm trying to make it a story so it makes it really, really easy to remember all this stuff. So let me go ahead and do that. All right, so I see a few of them. Let's see here. So as it's coming through, because I know there's a delay, price action is going to start going up. The question is, what will the blue line do? Will it continue going down, or will it go up? So we have one saying, CJ says it's going to uncross. So that means it's going to go up, and then this one is going to come down. So let's do a blue, even though that doesn't match. And then it would be kind of like this. And then this one would be an orange. So this is what it would pretty much look like. Let's see here. Sam says up. Captain Crypto says down. Okay. We have buy. Not sure what that means. We say up. Lunar just says up. Okay. All right. Artist Miller says it's going to go down slightly, then back up. Okay. And that's perfect because it's a lagging indicator. So it'll end up catching up to this. So this is going to start going up. This will continue down for a little bit and then start going up. CJ says that's the one thing I don't like about the stochastic and MACD, that they're lagging indicators. Every indicator. So my top 3 indicators: price action, number 1. Number 2, countdown to bar close. Number 3 would have, it's kind of a toss up between the VWAP, the moving averages, but more so the VWAP now. Before it used to be the moving averages. Now it's the VWAP. And I'll go over that at a later time. But it's basically to show me the strength of the move. Again, I trade on momentum. I trade on strength. See, John says, continue down briefly, but then turn back up. Candlesticks after price. Matt says, lagging indicators, such a thing is such a key word. Bearish divergence on the indicators are so underrated. Man, to see you still teaching to the masses, it's so awesome. Thank you, Matt. Love you, dude. Your blessings are coming, my friend. I've been praying for him. I got so many candles here, it's a hazard. It's a fire hazard. All right. VWAP is much quicker. Yeah, so for the VWAP, it measures the volume average. So all these, they all measure something different. For the VWAP, it's the volume average, and I absolutely love it. No, now back to this. Back to this. When the price comes up, this blue line will come up, and guess what? When all these mentors are talking about the price coming down, and here's our cross, and because we see it already what happened. Here's the difference between what I do and a whole bunch of other people. I show you what's going to happen in the moment versus what already happened. What already happened, I don't even care about. I really don't. Now, granted, I need the support resistance levels, but I can't use what already happened to tell me what it's going to happen. For example, this cross came down, price came down. Does that mean that because we're crossing that we're going to go down? No. However, I will say this does not look bullish. This looks bearish. And is it because it's crossing or because it crossed? No, it's because it's not making higher highs. It's making lower highs. And more than likely, it's going to make a lower low. And then more than likely come down here if it breaks this level. So with all that being said, my point is, if you rely on stuff that already happened to give you a bias of what will happen or a higher percentage of happening, you're doing yourself a disservice, because anything can happen here. Price could miraculously go up, and this is why I teach level by level. That way we don't have a bias. We have an overall direction. I'm telling everybody it doesn't look strong. It looks very weak. I'm thinking it's going to come down. I don't know. I won't know until it breaks this level, and then it retests and it keeps on coming down. Then it strengthens my perception of what I think might happen. So when I see people talking about this, and it's like, oh, we're coming down here. I mean, we've done it before. Look at all these. Look at all these. Like, we're only seeing that because we know what happened already. This, and I didn't realize all this stuff until I started getting wrecked, because my mentors that I had several of them. I paid a lot of money for these mentors. They would show me a snapshot of this. So because we know what already happened, oh, sure, definitely. Here's the 200 SMA or whatever SMA it is. It bounces. Awesome. It's going to bounce more than likely. And then what happens? Price comes here and it goes down. What happened? I was supposed to bounce. Same thing with the blue crossing above the orange. You buy. When it crosses below, you sell. No. Support resistance. So that is my speech. That is my lesson on the MACD lines. And hopefully it made sense. And if it didn't, it's okay. But again, you're seeing everything that already happened. You see that this came down. Well, guess what? Price came down. But this follows price. Because this could have easily come up, continued up, and then it would have uncrossed and then continue up. And then you won't have this as an example. You only have an example because it already happened. But anything can happen. All right, that's all I got on that. If you enjoyed that, put a +1. However, if it was something new and something different from what you've heard, and it kind of makes sense, put a number 2. Put a #2 or just a 2. Because for me, feedback is very important. If you don't agree with anything I said, and it's fine, put a 5. Put a 5 in the chat. If you don't agree with my thought process. Now for here on this channel, I do not have an echo chamber. If you disagree with me, I would love to get your feedback so that we can discuss it. It's not like a debate, or it's not, oh, I'm right, you're wrong. This is more of a feedback session to where I may be missing something. But one thing I always do is I'm always in the moment versus showing people how to trade using this stuff, because this can change at any moment. We're seeing a picture rather than watching a movie, something that's past tense versus something that's active right now. All right. But again, if this doesn't make any sense to you, or if you completely disagree, put a 5, and I'm fine with it. I'm absolutely fine with it. All right. Let's see here. Captain Crypto says, I like using the MACD with KDJ. KDJ is a leading indicator. I've never heard of KDJ. I probably have. It's probably like one of my favorites. What's the name of it? KDJ? No, I've never used it before. What's the big name for it? The long name? I don't know. Let's see here. Y'all think ETH will reach 26, 25 or lower? We can check it. We can check it. Oh, it's right here. We can check ETH. And if you have any other coins, let me know. Let me know. And I guess there's only 3 people in here. I'm not getting feedback. CJ says, yep, MACD is decent for entry after you have leading confirmations like divergence and money flow. Okay, money flow. So money flow. Let's talk about money flow. Money flow, without even looking at money flow on this, I can tell you money flow was going down, then coming up, and then coming down. Well, coming down over here. How do I know that? Because I can see this. I can see that. So once again, money flow came up, came down, started coming up, came down, came up, came down. If y'all have an indicator that has money flow on there, let me know if I'm correct. I don't know. I don't have money flow. Let me know if that's correct. How do I know that? Because my eyeballs see. I can see the price going up. What does that mean? When it's coming in. I can see the price going down. What does that mean? When it's going out. Now again, I could be completely wrong on that. Maybe I'm simplifying it way too much. But whenever I'm watching people, whoever it is, and they're like, right here, look guys, we got money flow. We have increased money flow. Money flow is coming back in the market. Yeah, look up. Like don't look up. You can see it right here. Money's coming in. But that's just me though. Maybe I just look at it too simply, I guess. I don't know. Let's see here. CJ says, now combine that with the bearish divergence formed and red dot printing on Market Cipher B, weekly tells more of a story. Now, whenever we have divergence, you're always going to have divergence when you have a fast move. Always. Give you a heads up. And what does that mean? Price goes up. What happens to price when it goes up? It comes down. Price goes down. What happens? It goes up. Unless it's a rug. This is the basics of trading. This is how my brain thinks. If it goes up, it's going to come down. Why? People are going to take profit. People are going to do exactly what you want to do. Now, a lot of traders don't like my thought process because it is too simple. Price went up. And then what happened? Came down. Price went down. Then what happened? Came up. Could it have gone down further? Sure. And then once it finds support, people want to buy it at a discount. It goes up until it comes down. And then hopefully goes up, making higher highs, higher lows, continuing the uptrend. But again, a lot of traders don't like the way I trade and my thought process because it truly is just looking at the price action. Moving on. What is KDJ? All right. Money flow can diverge, so price can be going up and the money flow can be going down. Okay, so now let's talk about divergence. Well, I love this. I love this. Now let's talk about divergence. And let's talk about money flow or the volume that we see down here that's always on the chart. Let's say money flow is coming down. It's coming down. But the price is going up. What does that mean? That means, same thing with volume. In my opinion, that means people are willing to buy at a higher price, but we're reducing the amount of people, which would be the volume part. And as far as the money coming down, there's not a lot of people like buying and buying more, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong. The divergence is we're going to eventually run out of either money or volume, which is people buying this coin, which in turn loses momentum and then creates divergence, and the price should come down. Now the question, here's the question. Since it's divergence, bearish divergence, how far down is it going to go? Because I already know it's going to come down. Why? Because it's going up. How far down is it going to go? We're on a weekly time frame. The move should be larger versus a daily versus a 4 hour. Let's ask why. And that's what I always do. I ask why. And like how, and all these questions that I don't regurgitate what other mentors have told me. I'm always like questioning. So let's just say there's divergence here. Wouldn't you think that the divergence would more than likely possibly surpass the golden pocket? Maybe go to the 786, maybe. But to come down only this little bit, if this was divergence, I don't even know. Divergence, price will go down until it finds support, wherever it finds support. Support can be anywhere. Right now, we don't have any support right here. But in my thinking, market makers will push it down and then shoot it straight up. It'll create support wherever they want to create it. So support can be created anywhere. Now, of course, it's stronger if it has a level here, 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 here. It's like, oh, well, this is really strong support. It's coming down. We have a much greater chance it's going to come up. But back to divergence. On a weekly time frame, you would think this has come down a whole bunch. Divergence will only go down until it's done. And people start buying. It goes up. And then your divergence is done. Whether it's a divergence of 10%, 30, 80, It depends on where it finds support. Now, I know there's a lot of people that are just like blown away with all of my non-traditional ideas. But think about it. If money flow comes down and the volume is coming down, so we have money flow and volume coming down, but the price is going up, and people see, now this is a hypothetical, people see that the price is going up, and they might not know about divergence, they might not know about all this stuff, or they can just say, man, it's going up 85%, I'm buying. I don't know about you, but that's what I used to do. It's going up, let me buy it. So then we get more buyers buying at a higher price. And let's say this started coming down a little bit, if at all. And then because more buyers are coming in, now we have money flow coming up, and now we have volume coming up. That's if it retraced. It can still go up. So the way I look at volume, that's down here, the volume down here, and the way I look at money flow, it's like water. The water is in a container, and it can have so much water in it, but you can always pour more water in, just like you can dump it out, but it's fluid. So just because you have low volume, but increasing price, that doesn't mean it will go down. Doesn't mean that. Because we could at any moment have the volume come up or have money be injected and the price continues going up. So hopefully all that makes sense. I know I probably lost a lot of people. Like, Joe, that doesn't make any sense. Nobody has ever taught me that. All right. Let's see here. Matt says, man, they better be taking care of you. This stuff that made us so much money last bull run. Yep. Now, here's another thing too. You have to be aware of what cycle you're in, the bear market, the bull market, what phase of the cycles you're in as well, because all this changes. There's so many different variables. For example, we have patterns. We have an inverse head and shoulders. This plays out really well in a bullish market. It's a bullish pattern. However, in a bear market, this doesn't play out too well. You know, we may get a breakout and then a fake out and it comes back down. So everything that I'm teaching you and everything that you're learning from everywhere else, you have to understand. And this is why when I go on one subject, I give you a whole bunch of different variables. I just don't show you the bull market, because man, when it comes to the bear market or when the market starts changing, you're not going to be aware of it and you start losing. You lose all your gains. Let's see here, keeping it simple and taking it level by level. Love it. Keep up the good work. Thank you. See here. CJ says, can only go off key support levels to get the educated guess. I need to go to sleep. No problem, Morris Miller. Appreciate you, man, for being here. Appreciate you greatly. All right. So I think this was a great class. We're still going to look at ETH. I think this is a great class. I went over a whole bunch of stuff. I know right now y'all are probably thinking like, man, this dude is nuts the way he's thinking. Hey, how come these didn't disappear? Where are these at? Where are these at? Well, I'll find that out later. Oh, here they are. Delete, delete, delete. All right. So that is my thought process when it comes to the MACD lines. I don't use them. I use this because this only tells me what this is doing, in my opinion. I could be completely wrong, but this is a driver. It's the wrecker. It's the tow truck. And it moves this around. Give you a heads up. All right, moving on. Let us look at some ETH. Let's look at some ETH. Okay, what's this one? Man, I was wanting to do a short on this. We talked about this earlier on my stream, and I left the stream and I got busy on other stuff. Oh, I wanted to go long too. I was like, nope, it doesn't look good. It looks very weak. You're not gonna get them all, guys. You're not gonna get them all. All right, so let's look at some ETH. Any questions, guys? Any questions? I absolutely love questions. Now you can see that I am not your typical mentor. I don't get a website, read it, regurgitate it to you. I show you like what can actually happen in the moment of the trade versus looking at the snapshot and say, oh yeah, there's this and this. Instead, like I show you the movie because it's action. It's what's happening right now. All right, moving on. Next C. Let's get rid of our moving averages. Let's get rid of our VWAP. And let's hide this next VWAP. Okay. So for Ethereum, we were looking at this. And for here, we were looking at it way over here. And this was our level. We have our alert here. The alert must go off before entering. And this is something that I've been saying pretty frequently these past few months because the market changed. We have to adjust to the market. Before, I would say candle must close above this level, 4-hour time frame, you enter the trade. Now I don't. Now I say, again, none of this is financial advice. This is all for entertainment purposes. Now I say the alert must be triggered first. Then you look to see if you're getting support. Perfect example. If we would have followed our previous rules, we would have entered the trade and then more than likely got stopped out or had to wait a little bit longer. Instead, what we did is we wait for this, our alert goes off, we look, we see this, okay, enter the trade, and it still comes down. However, we're doing a higher low. Then it comes up again to our level, but now like we can actually delete this level. Delete, come over here to this and do this right here. We need this to cross and hopefully get support and then go up before we can add to our entry. Now, whenever we enter, we never enter 100%. We're always doing a third, a quarter, half, because we want to build confidence that what we're thinking might happen, happens. We never know what's going to happen. Price comes down, beautiful retrace, comes up, comes down, breaks this level, making a higher low. Then it makes a lower high. This was the opportunity that it needed to make a higher high. Didn't do it. Came down, started getting boring. Where's all the pivots? No pivots. But it is making higher lows, but very boring. And now this is our decision. Like, is it gonna fight? Is it gonna at least come up to this level and then come down? Or is it gonna break above and close above here, giving us hope to where when it retraces, now hopefully it'll bounce in this area. Instead, price gave up and it came down. So here I was saying that it would be really nice if we found support right at this level to continue up. Right now it's coming down. And this is a level that we don't want it to break. The reason we don't want it to break is because right now we're still seeing it as strength. We're still seeing the momentum potentially starting to go up. Price dumped, came up, came down, came up, came down, lower highs, lower lows. And then here's where it changed everything. Now we created a higher high, but then lower low. Now I consider the candle body closes when I'm referring to highs and lows. Then we came down, we broke this level, and we broke this level. We don't want to break this one. Broke it. Then we broke this again. So now we're gaining strength again and higher low, which is good, but then a lower high. So we started the momentum change from a downtrend to a possible sideways to a possible uptrend, but then we started falling short. And now, if we break this level, this is telling us we're losing strength. Does it mean that we're going to go to zero? No. It just means that we have a higher probability of coming to this area. And I don't want to see any coin coming to the area where it dumped. I don't want to see any coin doing that. Could it happen? Sure. But if it does break below this level, which I don't want it to break, because again, this is our sign of hope. Man, I'm losing everybody. What happened? Don't know what happened. If we do break this level, comes up, then more than likely break this level. And I'm gonna shoot for down here, and then come up, and then come back down, and then now we start doing this. So right now it's bouncing potentially. We have 2 hours left on the 4-hour time frame. We don't want to close in underneath this. If it does, it's showing us weakness. Let's see here. Any questions, comments, concerns, issues? Let me know. Oh, and we're already at our time. So that is our time, guys. Let's see here. CJ says, can you consider that a downtrend or uptrend, or really just a range? Can you consider that a downtrend? Okay. Now, you could call this a range, and this is our range low, our range high, and our mid range. You could. Let's see here. An uptrend, it's the start of a possible uptrend. It was in a downtrend, and now we're possibly transitioning to an uptrend. And if we continue this next low, and then our next high is lower than these highs, then it would be a continuation of the downtrend. And then we just got to wait, see if it breaks this. If it breaks this, downtrend. If it bounces here, range. Great question. Great question. All right, guys. Well, that's it for me. Once again, we do this every single day. Make sure to watch me, guys. Again, if I'm showing you stuff that is different from all the other mentors, all of the other mentors, or the majority of the mentors that you have, put a 9 in the chat. If you're watching this on the replay, put a #9. I'm very curious to see if anybody else is doing what I'm doing. Now, I see a lot of people, and in my opinion, I trade in the moment versus what already happened. Now, there's a lot of traders, great traders out there. Tradefly, Alex O Crypto, Army, OC, Road Dog. There's a lot of great traders out there. But the question is, do I mentor differently in reference to my thought process on indicators, my thought process on divergence, my thought process on a bunch of stuff? Because in my opinion, for the most part, I think I do. Because I'm showing you what happens versus, reading a website and then saying on a higher time frame, it's going to give you greater divergence or higher possibility of greater divergence. All right. CJ says, I like seeing many perspectives. Same here. This is why I scour the crypto markets, YouTube markets, really, or YouTube channels, to see how other people are trading. And of course, I always see them doing, most of them doing crazy stuff. But all right, guys, that's it for me. I do thank you very much. Once again, my name is Joe, also known as Trade Intuition. We do this every single day, Monday through Friday, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, Saturday and Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We're going to be going live at 12 a.m., which is now, an hour ago, 12 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, at least 3 to 5 times a week, minimum. So make sure that notification bell is on. I don't have a set schedule, but just to let you know, my main goal is to teach you in the moment of the trade and show you that everything follows price action. Price action's king. All right, guys, thank you so much. We'll see you in the next one. Until then, let's make this money. Take care, guys. All right, no commercial, but I just want to say thank you guys so much. There's a lot of traders in here that know all this stuff, and y'all are here just showing support. There's a lot of traders in here that are learning something different, and that's the beautiful part about it. Like my way is not the only way. Heck no, man, that'd be horrible. My way is not the only way. And what I strongly recommend is watching all these other traders. Pick up bits and pieces from everybody, see what works for you, and then implement that. And then use it until it doesn't work. And then pick up something else. But my main goal is to show you something different than what everybody else is teaching. All right, that's all I got. I do thank you guys. We'll see you on the next one. Until then, wait, I already said that. Deja vu.